Hi, everybody, and welcome back. This is our podcast, We Are All Fine. Fine is our acronym for flawed, insecure, nervous, and emotional, and it's something we're going to accept and work with. I'm Heidi, I'm a counsellor and psychotherapist, and Merry Christmas. And today we're going to be talking about something that so many people struggle with, and it might not be a Merry Christmas. So join me today. We're going to be looking at how you look after your mental health at this seasonal Christmassy time of year. Now, for many, Christmas, yes, it's joyful. Others, it's heavy, complicated, or just simply overwhelming. This time of year, it's going to stir up old wounds, heighten pressure, and place expectations on us that don't match our capacity. So if Christmas brings up stress, dread, guilt, loneliness, or emotional exhaustion, you are in the right place and you are not alone. Today, we're going to break down gentle, grounded ways to protect your emotional well-being during the holidays. So get yourself something cozy. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, keep my voice in your ears for another 10 minutes or so, and we are going to help you deal with the nuttiness that is Christmas. So why does Christmas feel so hard? We're always told that Christmas is supposed to be merry, special, joyful, and bright, but emotionally it's going to be overstimulating, pressured, financially stressful, family intense, lonely, grief triggering, and draining. And when the world around you, all the social media, all the adverts on the telly, we cannot get away from this, are telling us to be festive, it can feel like there's no room for your real, true feelings. Your emotional experience is valid, no matter what the calendar says is the time of year. So can I gently ask you to remind yourself that in this mad month of December, where everything is sparkly gold, there's tinsel around us all over the place, your mental health will not know that. Your feelings will not respect that. They're going to turn up whatever. I know you'll be doing your very, very best with whatever feelings are up for you right now, but the pressure to perform at Christmas can make so many people feel on edge that they've got to smile all the time, attend every event, host something, give the most perfect, thoughtful presents, be emotionally available for everybody else. And of course, if you're a people pleaser like me, you're going to want to make sure everyone else around you is happy. But I'll tell you now, your worth is not measured by how well you do Christmas. Your worth is measured by what comes from inside and how you value yourself. And you're more than just the festive season. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself is to simplify and make the Christmas season the kindest thing that you can do for yourself sometimes is just simplify the whole thing. Maybe say no to some places, go to smaller gatherings, have gentler plans, or create moments of quiet for you instead of forcing that festive cheer and that energy that you might not actually feel. I think it's important we talk about emotional boundaries because Christmas is such a hotspot for boundary burnout. Here are a few that you might need. You might need some time boundaries. So yeah, it's great to see everybody, but if you need to leave at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, get the last bus home, you do that if that means looking after yourself. And think about some conversation boundaries. You might not want to talk about things, but you can easily say something like, you know what, I don't want to speak about that today. Can we just shift the conversation somewhere else? Don't be afraid to guide other people in letting them know where you're at and what you don't want to talk about. Don't just be forced into saying the things you want to do or remembering maybe somebody you've lost your nans or somebody this year and going, oh, how was your first Christmas without your nan? You might not want to talk about that, and that's absolutely fine. And you can justify it by just responding, really appreciate that, but can we not speak about that right now and move on? You're going to need some energy boundaries. I know I do. I love silence and quiet, and I will skip things just to keep still. But if you need time and you need some rest, say no. Say, I've been out so much this week, my brain, my body, my liver, it just needs a few moments off or a night off. You are absolutely okay to keep back your energy system. Keep an eye on it because it's a long old month. And the financial boundaries, I know this is really tricky for many of you. If you're struggling financially, it's okay to keep things simple this year or maybe completely scrap gifts. I was teaching my class this week, my trainee students, and we were talking about what Christmas actually meant to them. And not one of them said it was about gift giving. It was about spending time with family. It was about just being quiet. It was about being loud. It was about eating too much, drinking too much. It was about dancing. It was about spending time with people you don't normally see. It was also about trying to avoid people you shouldn't be wanting to spend time with just because it's Christmas. You are allowed to protect your emotional and physical capacity, especially at this time of year. We can't do a podcast about managing your mental health and your emotional boundaries without talking about managing those sticky and tricky family dynamics. Yes, family can bring comfort, and if you're lucky enough to have one around you, loving, supportive, great. But for many, it also means emotional chaos. If you're walking into an environment that feels tense, unpredictable, or draining, you might want to try a few of these supportive practices. Have an exit plan. Knowing how and when you're going to leave will create emotional safety and is very empowering for you, gives you choice and puts you in control. And use your internal boundaries. You can't control other people's behaviour, but you can choose how you absorb it and how you react to it. Take grounding breaks as well. Step outside, go for a breather, step into another room, breathe, centre yourself. Mindfulness techniques, anything you need right now, just to take a few moments and remind yourself of who you are. Old family environments can pull you into old roles. Pause and remind yourself, I'm an adult now. I get to choose how I respond. Let's turn our focus to loneliness and disconnection at this time of year, because not everybody has people to spend Christmas with. And even if you do, you can still feel lonely in a room full of other people. If this is your situation, try and remember this. Being lonely, it's not a flaw. And this season, these days, they do pass. And try and create meaning in small, intentional ways. Connection doesn't have to be forced. It can be chosen. So maybe you want to choose some warm rituals, reading, walking, lighting a candle, making a simple meal. That can bring emotional steadiness in a world where you might feel lonely and detached. Something I've been really trying to do for myself this year is learn to soften my expectations. So with that in mind, give yourself permission to let this Christmas be what it needs to for you. And that might be quieter, simpler, slower, different, or simply imperfect. You don't have to recreate any old memories or uphold traditions that no longer serve you or fit. You're allowed to make new ones that make you feel more supportive. And when we do learn to soften our expectations, we're nowhere near as hard on ourselves. And it really is about being in control of how we feel and how we approach certain things that can always be empowering and really helpful for us. So think about what you can control. Here are a list of things you can influence this Christmas time. How you treat yourself, how much you take on, the pace you move at, the expectations that you learn to soften, the boundaries that you can set, or the people you choose to spend your energy with, or the rituals that bring you comfort. And you can control how you speak to yourself, especially when those things feel really, really hard. We can't stop things happening around us and to us, but we always can control how we approach it and how we react. You don't have to love Christmas to get through it kindly and calmly. You just need to be kinder and calmer to yourself, and that is self-compassion in practice. Just before we bring this episode to a close, here are some grounding therapeutic practices that can support your emotional stability during the holidays and give you the space and energy you need to practice some of the suggestions we've talked about so far. Try this. Try a 5-minute morning check-in. So the minute your eyes come round, don't go on your phone, don't go on the telly, nothing like that. Just lie there and check in with yourself. A little bit of a body scan. Ask yourself, how are you feeling today and what do I need in these few moments? These few moments from sleep to awake will allow you to gently check in with your nervous system and steady yourself, give you what you need before you jump out of bed and into the day. And try this. Set an alarm on your phone every day for 30 seconds, 10 seconds for a moment of stillness each day, whether it's a pause, a breath, or a reset. Because when you're busy trying to get on with Christmas or avoid it, you will forget to do this. So setting an alarm on your phone is a great reminder to allow your brain just to take a little step and breathe. And do this as well. Always choose good enough over perfect. Simplify wherever you can. Good enough, always the best way to go. And lastly, let your needs matter because they do. Thank you for spending your time with me today. If Christmas feels heavy, complicated, or just too much, please remember you're allowed to move through it in any way that feels best and supportive for you, your mental well-being and your nervous system. Your needs matter, your feelings matter, and you do deserve a holiday season that doesn't overwhelm your nervous system or ask more of you than you can give. And that's where we'll leave today's episode. Christmas is going to bring up so much: pressure, comparison, old family dynamics, grief, loneliness, and overstimulation. And if you're feeling any of that, I hope today gave you a little more understanding and a lot more gentleness for you to guide inwards. Now, as we move towards the end of 2025, there's something really important we all face, whether we want to talk about it or not, but that's the emotional weight of the year we've lived in. I don't know about you, but most of my friends, definitely most of my clients, my family, people around me, most of them are telling me 2025 was one of the hardest years they've lived through. So join me next week because we're going to be shifting into something deeply grounding and really powerful to respect that. The episode is called Letting Go of Last Year, Closure, Compassion, and Moving Forward. We're going to explore how to look back on 2025 without judging yourself, and how to close emotional loops that you're still carrying, and how you enter the new year 2026 with clarity instead of pressure and compassion instead of perfectionism. It's not about resolutions, it's about release. So if you're craving a softer, more intentional start to the new year, make sure you join me for that one. Until then, please do be kind to yourself, move slowly, make those moments for those pauses, and remember, you're going to be doing the best that you can. We are all flawed, insecure, nervous, and emotional, but always remember, be yourself. You're no one else. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next week. Finally, some important takeaways. This podcast is for informational use only and should not be used as a substitution for professional advice or for personal diagnosis. These opinions are personal, and I do not guarantee the accuracy of such opinions or information. I'm not intending to create a counselling relationship with you, and you should always consult a qualified mental health professional with any concerns.